Dring, 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 dring. Molly, what's that? Hello? Do you want to speak to Molly? Okay then, Molly, it's for you. Say hello. Molly, say hello. With fig season coming to an end, we are collecting the last of the figs from the trees, and Luke makes his very delicious grilled fig caprese. So stick around for this mouth-watering dish.
These are the best figs, I tell you. They're like fudge inside, look. Oh man. Yummy. So sweet. Last week we ended the video with pouring water over the top of this on the roof, and it was all coming out the back how it's supposed to. Now I've had to figure out if either I'm going to divert the water just to drain away or try and collect it. So I decided to try and collect it. I went to town and saw how much I needed, how much guttering I needed. And yeah, I went to the shops. I didn't realize it was that expensive. The first place was about 280 euros, I think. Yeah, something like that. And that's for approximately 12 meters of guttering with a downpipe. Yeah, and I don't want to spend 280 euros. That's more than this cost me, the whole thing. So I found some cheap ones in Maxmat, which was 135 euros, which was still a bit too expensive for me. So I've decided to spend 55 on normal 110 PVC, and I'm going to cut them in half and try and gypsy together some guttering. Hopefully I didn't waste my 50 euros. Oh, that stinks. Couldn't find a 110 tampa, it's called in Portuguese, like a end. So I had to get a 51 with 2 reducers, which put up the cost by about 7 euros. So if we're going to cut it in half, this has to be in line with that. Don't want to mess up. It's not cheap, this PVC stuff, I tell you. Yeah, I've got to stick these back on. I thought they'd stick better if I stuck them before and then cut them, but they just fell apart when I cut them in half. Half a washer. Pile it on thick, Luke. Okay, first one was a success, so we should be good. Give it plenty of glue, eh? So this one's going there. So this goes here. Whoops, too far. Okay, I'll wait a few minutes and then I can lay it down. It's not going to be pretty, but neither is the rest of it. Functional, functional. I couldn't believe how expensive it was. One of these, 3 meters long, well not like this obviously, was 27 euros. Just one. And the cheaper ones, which he said they'd melt in the sun, they were 11. I think these would be okay because they're quite thick in the sun. They use them, like back in Malta we'd have the overflow from the roof for the water with these. So hopefully, maybe because it's not round, it will bend in the sun. Maybe I can throw some shade cloth over them, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, that's stuck.
Go outside, Rob. 1, 2, 3. Catch. What is finished?
Yesterday I got the two side ones on. Now the angle isn't 90, isn't 45, it's more like 60 degrees. So I'm going to try and use the blowtorch to bend them a bit to meet in the middle here. First I'm going to glue it on, wait for it to dry, and then bend it. Okay, so it's all dry, all the pipes. Now all I need to do is just check if it all flows nicely to the down pipe before I cut off all the excess plastic and make it all fall into it basically. Very good. Let's check the other side. Over here. Very good. Sweet. Okay, now I'm just gonna make sure the plastic hits the drain pipe so everything off the roof goes into it. Then I'll figure out what container I'm gonna put there. I think I'm gonna glue it just to the side like this and have the shade cloth over it like that. There's less bird poop in the gutters and crap. And also it might protect this from warping too much in the sun. got a gutter running here on this side. Okay, now it's coming. Whoa!
Whoa, okay, that was too much.
It's working well, okay. Can you turn off the water? Doesn't look like there's any pooling. And apart from one surge that went out of the drain pipe when it first hit it, it seems to work really well. Alright, well, I mean, the amount of money I spent, yes, it's super cowboy, but at least it works. Now there will be obviously rain coming in off the floor from the back there when it really pours, just because of that bit. I might dig out a little canal just to direct any water instead of it coming down into here to go out. Ugh. It's too hot for this stuff. 5 minutes in, I'm already over sanding. I hate it with a passion. The one thing that it allows me to do, though, is to think. And I've just been thinking, it's such a pity that most of the columns are rotten inside, and we decided to put this top plastic and shade cloth on just to have a place to store firewood. Because now that I'm here and I'm underneath it, I'm thinking, wow, it's really a cool space, you know, if I could make it look pretty, which is hard because it's really ugly underneath with the wire and the plastic and the shade cloth. It's not pretty. And it's really bugging me because I can't put a kitchen in here with a plastic and shade cloth roof, you know, because it's not secure. I mean, our shade house, I've mentioned this before, but for some of you that don't know, it's been covered the same way for the past 5, nearly 6 years, and it's still fine, which is good, but still I don't feel comfortable, I don't know, building a kitchen island or putting in fridges or electrical stuff, and then if it's a really big storm, it's not safe. Which is really frustrating, because it would be so cool. I could make it look cool, like underneath. I was thinking of putting bamboo split down the middle, or canes, so to make it look nice. But if I do that and I get a leak, I won't be able to fix the plastic from underneath, so I don't know. And I mean, materials here aren't easy to come by, like second-hand corrugated or anything. I can't put anything too heavy on top because of the integrity of the timber. But now that I'm having time to think, I remember about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, I remember seeing someone making roofs using this technique, and I've been wanting to try it. I was thinking of doing the pig houses back when we built the pig houses at the beginning of this year, like that. I wonder if it would work. Let me ask Sarah. Sarah! I'm thinking, because it's like in my head I'm thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could have a sofa here and we could get the fridges, we could put the washing machine,
Yeah.
you know, but it's not secure. I mean, even though our shade house lasted 5 years, in the shade house there's no fridges or washing machine or anything that can't get wet, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't feel comfortable setting this up and then a storm comes, rips off the roof. And we definitely can't afford to buy corrugated, because that's the lightest thing, I would imagine. It's like 45 square meters, you know how expensive it'll be. And we don't want to stay wasting money on a building that's going to last 5 years.
No.
So I was thinking, I don't know if you remember, but when we first got to the land and we were researching a million different off-grid technologies and all this stuff. You remember seeing people making stuff out of, they get a sheet, they mix cement with water, dip it in, and then put it over.
I don't.
You don't know?
Maybe I remember something.
It's really cool. I mean, I don't know if it works. I've been meaning to try it. So I think maybe we try an experiment, not on this. We try it.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
It's worth a shot. What do you think, guys? Have any of you ever heard of this technique? We're going to do 3 different ones. I've got some white cement, which has been sitting there for ages. Apparently it's more waterproof than normal cement. I've got normal cement. I've got some leftover latex paint, which I was thinking of maybe mixing it in, and maybe it helps with a bit of waterproofing. We've got the shade cloth, the plastic. We've got some kind of towel-like sheets.
They're called flannel.
Flannel. We've got a normal linen sheet, and we have an old manky towel. Let's tie this from 4 corners just so it doesn't slip off.
Okay.
So we emulate exactly what the outdoor kitchen roof is like. So we do it central.
Or should I stab you in the back or the heart?
So there, I don't know, on each side, then put the zip tie. Well guys, a lot of you that have been watching us for a while know that we kind of love this kind of thing where we gypsy together some random stuff out of rubbish lying around. This is where we thrive! A bit lumpy. So it is a bit lumpy because the cement was, but it's breaking down. Maybe I should mix it a bit more with my hands and break it up. I mean, it is a bit lumpy, this.
Not the best first try then.
Ready?
I think like this and then...
Very lumpy.
Very lumpy.
The cement wasn't the best. Okay, fresh bucket, normal cement. And this one doesn't seem to be lumpy. Now I had heard of an old builder's trick that they put fairy liquid in to make things waterproof, so go on, squirt in with,
you know how much?
A bit more, bit more, bit more, that'll do. It's a guess. Okay, some water please. More. More. That's looking much better. Look at it, it's really permeated inside it, kind of. Can't see any patches. I'll give it one more. I think I'll squeeze it, but not too much. Then you put a piece here where I'm going to cross over. I think this is going to be the winner. Okay, number 3, got my cement in there. This is leftover coloured latex paint from the pig house. Put a bit of that in. That much? Yeah. This is the winner, I think. Just feels waterproof. Okay, we're going to leave this here, these here, and we'll come back when they're a bit dry. We'll see.
Your gloves.
Safety first, no cement on the hands. Ah.
It has been really, really windy lately. Sometimes it's not very good for us, like when we were trying to put on the roof of the outdoor kitchen last week. But there is a beautiful pine nut tree just behind me. And when it's really, really windy, it drops pine cones. And it's actually the only time we can pick them because it's way too high. So unless they fall, we can't get them. And normally when they fall, they've already been dried up there and the birds eat all the pine nuts. But when it's windy, they get that extra push to drop the pine cones, which otherwise would remain on the tree. Molly, do you want to let me pick the pine cones? You want?
Alrighty, so it's been 3 days and we took away the one that we made with white cement because it was crumbling, probably because the white cement was a bit damp and lumpy and because the material wasn't the right stuff. So we took it away just so we don't make a mess. This one, I think we either did the slurry too thin, eh? So we're not even going to try and wet it to see if it's waterproof because it's obviously not, and it's crumbling, look. So we'll just take it away and get rid of it. This one is the one with latex paint and it's really good. I mean, I'm not putting a lot of pressure, there's no cracks, and with the latex paint it's pretty flexible-ish, look, and it's not cracking, so this looks pretty good. Now, while we were waiting, we did do a bit of research online. There isn't a lot about Burlap-Crete, which is what it's called, and as the name suggests, you're supposed to use burlap. So first I went to the agricultural shop and found this, and it's a burlap sack, but it's a bit heavier duty. Now they use this because there's a lot more space than what we used for the cement to actually penetrate in between the gaps. This is about 1.10 meters, I think, by 65. So when you open it, it's like 1.3 by 1.1. So it was €1.05. So probably it works around 90 something cents per square meter, I guess. Now, and then I found this, which is 2 meters wide. It's a bit lighter, which probably suits us better because of the roof.
It's proper burlap.
And it's proper burlap, serpenteira or something like that in Portuguese. Serapinheira, something like that. So this is 2 meters wide and it was $3.45 a meter, which I think it's about 40-45 square meters our roof. So at 1.72 cents 5 per square meter, it's not too bad. We'll probably end up spending €60 or something. So before we test this with water to see how nicely the water runs off it, we're going to cut this in half so we can do another experiment. We're going to do the sack anyway, because even though it is heavy and we probably won't use it on the roof, it's good to test stuff out for future projects as well. And another reason we're not going to use this is because it would be really difficult to lay it down on the roof without stepping on the roof. And we'd have to lay them down kind of like shingles overlapping each other. This on a roll, we can do it across. I think it'll be easier. Yeah. So let's just cut this in half. No. We also read online that it makes sense to soak it, which is what we're going to do now.
For a few hours.
For up to 24, just so it's well saturated. And this, I'm going to put it in and then unpick it later. Okay, so we'll just leave those there. And we'll definitely try different versions with the latex paint as well, just in different ratios, just to see the result. Now, let's see how the water runs off this. Rain coming! I'm going to stand here for 5 hours just to mimic a storm. That's really good, eh? Oh shit! I got water right in my sleeve! That's cold in the morning. Alright! Wow! That's really good. Really good. That looks flexible. And there's no cracks.
No. That's very good.
Alright, that's really, really cool. I'm pretty sure it's going to be much better with the burlap. Because it's going to go into the lightly woven, you know. It's going to be really awesome. Awesome, awesome. I like this idea. I love this like alternative building stuff, eh? And for cheap, for a very low budget.
Yeah, it's cool then.
Anyway, let us know what you think, guys, about it. if any of you have tried it, if you think we should do
Yeah.
it or not. Well, we'll leave this for 24 hours and we'll be back next week to show you the results of using proper burlap. I love this kind of alternative kind of stuff. And Sarah's decided to get in the sack. Where's Mummy? Where's the Mummy? Shall we have a sack race? We only have one. The sack race is the other way around, you know, eh? She's not impressed. She's like, Mummy, why have you got a sack on? You want to look like the Mummy, Molly?
Okay, Molly, sit.
Sit
Where's
down.
Molly? Sit down.
Where's Molly?
Oh my goodness, Molly.